Namaste, my dear friends. Greetings to all of you and welcome back to a new series of FAQ videos where we are going to discuss the 5 most important teachings of the Yogarahasya of Nathamuni. The Yogarahasya of Nathamuni is one of the most important yet very unknown yoga text in this Vedic tradition. This is because the Yogarahasya of Nathamuni was composed in the 8th, 9th centuries by the great sage Nathamuni, one of our first ancestors in our tradition. And unfortunately, this text was lost for many years until it was revived in mysterious circumstances by our own Yogācārya T Krishnamacharya in the early 1900s. Among the more special features of this Yogarahasya of Nathamuni is that it is probably one of the very few texts that is consistent with the Śrivaiśṇava-sampradāya that talks about the yoga philosophy with that dimension. Most other Hatha Yoga texts are presented from an Advaita point of view, whereas the Yogarahasya of Nathamuni is presenting the teachings in the Śrivaiśṇava-sampradāya of the Visishtadvaita tradition, and it is very, very remarkable to see this. So, what are the 5 most important lessons from the Yogarahasya? This is what we are going to discover in this set of next 5 FAQs. Today we start with the first and most important lesson that Nathamuni presents, that he presents that yoga has 2 important paths, what he calls the path of Bhakti and the path of Prapatti. So what Nathamuni says is that there is a path of Bhakti Yoga, that is the Ashtanga Yoga of Maharishi Patanjali, which includes practices like the asana, the pranayama, the yama, the niyama, the pratyahara, dharana, dhyanam and samadhi, which is called the Bhakti Yoga primarily because it involves the practice of Shraddha as the foundation, as well as the involvement of mantras in the practice. Please remember, my dear friends, Patanjali's Ashtanga Yoga was samantraka, that means with mantras. But as you know, by the time Nathamuni's time came, mantras were reserved only for a certain section of the population and not for everybody. Therefore, the Ashtanga Yoga became more and more limited to participants because only very few were eligible to participate in the Ashtanga Yoga. Therefore, Nathamuni presents this other option that is called Prapatti Yoga or the Shadanga Yoga, the 6-limbed yoga, where he talks about devotion, complete surrender as the way. This concept of Prapatti, where we are completely surrendering to the divine, is something that is open to everybody. That's why he says in the Yogarahasya that the Prapatti Yoga is something that can be participated by everybody irrespective of what they are eligible for. Because in the time of Nathamuni, only a few people were eligible to receive mantra instructions, and that's why very few people could practice the Ashtanga Yoga. But the concept of Prapatti Yoga was open to everybody, and that became a fundamental tenet of the Visishtadvaita philosophy that would be later created by Bhagavad Ramanuja in the 11th century, my dear friends. And this is one of the key messages of the Yogarahasya of Nathamuni, that everybody can practice yoga, but they can choose whether they want to go in the Bhakti Yoga Marga of the Ashtanga Yoga of Patanjali or the path of complete devotion and surrender, which is the Prapatti Yoga. And this is a very, very key principle. Prapatti is something that is open to everybody irrespective of age, irrespective of gender, irrespective of the caste that they belong to, etc. And that is something that is so remarkable, that Nathamuni opened these doors of yoga through Prapatti to everybody. And this, my dear friends, is the first and the most fundamental contribution of Nathamuni's Yogarahasya, that it opens the doors of yoga to everybody and through the marga of Prapatti. Please embrace it in your heart, my dear friends. Namaste. Namaste, my dear friends. I am Kausthub Desikachar of the Viniyoga tradition, and if you have come to this point of our video, it means that you have enjoyed our videos, and if you would like to support us even more by clicking the subscribe button and also clicking on the bell notifications icon, then you will give us a wonderful sign that you are interested, that we keep continuing to make such remarkable videos and share with you, so that this knowledge can spread all across humanity for the benefit of humanity. In this moment where we are in history, we are in an important time where sharing such sacred and precious knowledge becomes very, very useful, and that is what motivates us to keep doing this every week. And we really hope that you enjoy watching this, and please feel free to share it with your friends, share it in your circles, so that many, many people can benefit from this. We love you, our fans, our students and our friends, and we look forward to seeing you in yet another video of our channel. Namaste.